Hi everyone, I'd like to take a look at the peer evaluation form and discuss why we're doing it, how it can help you in the course and beyond the course, and what the different elements are and expectations for this particular form. Okay, so why do this? The peer evaluation form is to help you do two things. One is to give you practice in actually assessing someone's product of work. So as an instructional designer, when you go outside, you might get documents that you need to review and comment on. How do you know the quality of a document? What kind of comments and feedback can you give? That's the intention behind this exercise, to help you be more critical of the work that you see and look at elements to focus on when you do review documents outside at work. The other part of it is that this is to also help you improve the document that you are submitting as your final project, because I will be using the same criteria when I evaluate your document. So this is a checklist. If you can meet these criteria at a level 3, then you're in good standing for your design document. So when having a peer review your document and give you feedback is step 1. So that gives you an idea of what areas might be missing, what you need to improve to submit your final document. Before you submit your final document, please take a few minutes to go through this rubric for your document yourself. Use it as a checklist. Have I done this? Have I done this? And then make sure you meet all the criteria before you submit it. I'm always surprised by how many students do not do that. The idea behind rubrics and criteria like this is that it's to act as a checklist for you. Are you meeting this? If you are, then you're fine. Okay, so how do you fill out this form for this particular assignment? As a peer reviewer, I am assigning each of you a peer reviewer. Please fill in the names appropriately. Name of the person's document you're looking at and your name. And then you're going to go through each section of the compiled document and give your feedback on it. So first, in the needs analysis section, look at the problem statement. Is it clear and comprehensively stated? Can you understand it? Now, you have 3, 2, or 1. Okay. Now, if you give any of them, even if you think it's a good problem statement, it's always nice to make a few comments. For this particular assignment, you as peer reviewer are being graded on the feedback that you are providing. So spend time on the feedback that you're providing. You are trying to help your peer become better. If you think this particular problem statement is excellent, tell them why it is excellent. And remember, there is always room for growth. So you might want to highlight areas that are not clear to you. And remember, these are comments or suggestions, right? You can always frame your comments and suggestions as questions, such as, have you considered this? Or, I'm having trouble understanding this particular section. What are you trying to say over here? Maybe clarification would be helpful. Framing it as questions or suggestions is a more polite way of giving feedback, rather than saying section 1 needs to be rewritten, section 2 is unclear. That's kind of a more aggressive stance on feedback. Giving feedback is an art by itself, and in a professional career, being able to give good feedback is an asset, and this is where you can practice that skill. So you go through every element of this rubric, look at the person's document and see what is there, and you make comments. And once you do this, remember, you can then turn this around and use this rubric for your own document as well. And now you're looking at your document more critically. Let's take another criteria over here. Objectives are measurable and clear. So are the objectives measurable and clear? If there are no objectives, then you just say that there are no objectives. And then content is divided into meaningful and manageable chunks. So what does this mean? Now this is, you're going to have to take into account how much time the person is giving for a particular section and how much content they want to convey within that time. And so is it manageable within that time? It might be manageable for the instructor to go through it, but will students benefit from it as well? So you want to take a holistic look at these criteria when you're making your comments. With this, doing evaluations and giving feedback takes a lot of time, which is why I am giving the whole week off from any other discussions so that you can spend time on giving good feedback. Please remember, the feedback you give is being graded by me. It is a part of your final grade, so you have to do a good job on it as well. And once you've completed it, you will then email the feedback to that particular person, and I will provide more information about that on D2L.